Hi, this is Jake Shirley Coaching. And do you want to get rich? Well, unless you come from a rich family already, they're not going to understand. So let's talk about why. They probably, not only will they not understand, they're also going to come up with all kinds of reasons why it's better not to be rich. So why is that? Uh, if you want to get rich for whatever reason you have, and if you share that with your family, they're gonna say things like, well, if you get rich and everyone would just want money from you, it's hard to, you won't be able to tell who your real friends are. And if you tell them, you want to live in a big house, you want to have lots of land around it, you like peace and quiet, you like privacy, maybe you like living in the woods or on the lake or whatever. They might say, well, then you just have to clean, you just have to clean your big house, you just have to mow your lawns. They're going to come up with reasons why it's better not to have those things. They're also going to say, well, rich people are greedy. You don't want to be like that. They're going to say, it's wrong to want more than your fair share. So let's talk about those things. There's all kinds of reasons why people might feel that way, but I want to focus on what I think are two of the biggest reasons. And this is a blog post on my website, jakeshirleycoaching.com, so you can follow along in there, or you can read the post there if you like. So the first reason is justification. So these people, on some level, on in some part of themselves, they actually want to be rich. They do want more money. But the thing is, uh, they put limits on themselves. They think they can't get rich. So they're gonna come up with reasons why. Well, it's better not to get rich anyway. It's one of those things they're just trying to justify not being rich. They're going to come up with reasons why it's better not to be. One of the reasons they might say is that friends and family will always be asking for a handout. They're always going to be asking for money. Well, there might be some truth to this, but I feel that if someone's your friend or they're in your family, if the relationship is really important to them, they're not going to base that on money anyway. If you have a relationship that depends on you have to give someone money for them to like you, well, that's not really a relationship. And of course, every situation and relationship is different, but I believe that holds up. If you haven't seen someone or talked to them in years, and they show up when you get rich and all they want is money, well, it's obvious they only care about the money. So that's not really a relationship anyway. And this whole idea of people saying, well, if you have a big house, you just going to have to clean it. Well, first of all, if you can afford the big house, you can afford a maid if you want to. You can afford a cleaning service. So that's not even really an issue. It's just a way of people have of saying, well, you shouldn't want this because then it's just gonna you're just gonna have to work more for it. It's just another way of them justifying, or making up a reason why it's better not to have something that's nice, and it's nothing wrong with wanting it. But if you have the money, you hire a cleaning service, a landscape service, that's not a big deal at all. It's just a way of people. They're just trying to come up with reasons why you shouldn't want this thing that you want, and they don't understand it, so they're trying to make up reasons why you shouldn't want it. The second reason is people say money is evil, or some such variation of that. They're going to say they they believe that money is like a limited resource. It's like you picture all the money is like in the pie chart. Like a pie chart graph. So then they're going to say that, well, you shouldn't want more than your fair share is what they call it. You know, it's the idea that money is limited and there's not enough to go around for everyone, so it should be divided up equally among everyone. Well, first, that's just not possible. First of all, and I don't believe it's realistic. But that's the idea a lot of people have, is that wanting your wanting more than your fair share, quote unquote, is evil, or it's wrong, or it's greedy, it's stingy, that kind of thing. I know sometimes, of course, things happen that are beyond our control. There's an illness, there's a car accident, whatever it is. But I also believe that we have more power than we realize. So what these people are doing is placing limits on themselves. It's a self-imposed limit that they're placing on themselves, and they're just saying, on some level of their consciousness, they're saying, I'm going to allow enough money into my life. I'm going to make enough money just to survive, and that's exactly what they do. Another facet of this idea of money is evil is that people just believe that money is bad and it's going to corrupt you. That's what a lot of people think. So they feel that money will turn you into a bad person or a greedy person. Well, I don't believe that really. I believe that money makes you more of what you already are. If someone's a rich jerk, well, they were already a jerk. Money just made them worse. Money magnified that trait they have, that being a jerk, and it made them worse. On the other hand, if someone's really kind, really generous, they get a lot of money, they're going to be more kind and more generous. This idea that, people hoard their money, they pile up their money and they hoard it and they never give any, well, that might be true for some, but I believe that for the most part, money just makes you more of what you already are. So this idea that if you get a lot of money, if you get rich, you're going to turn into an evil person is just not true. Another idea that people have is that, well, if you get rich, you have to be ruthless. You have to destroy your competition. You have to just push everyone else down. And that's the only way you can build yourself up. You have to, and that also ties into the idea of money being a limited resource. You have to take, in order to get rich, that means everyone's got their money from other people. They took their money from other people in some way. Well, that's also the scarcity mindset. That's people saying, well, there's not enough for everyone, and rich people just have more. They got all their money by taking from everyone else. Again, that might be true for some rich people, but I believe that you create a product or a service, and your competition is really only yourself. If you be the best you can be, and you work on your product, you work on your service, whatever it is, and you make it the best, and you're not trying to destroy everyone else. You're just trying to do the best that you can. And then you learn how to market, and you serve people, and that's where the money comes from. This idea that the only way to get rich is to destroy everyone else, I just don't believe is true. I believe that money is like a tool. It's not good or bad. Money is just paper. It's coins. It has no energy or value except for what we put on it. I don't want to get rich to have a pile of money necessarily. I want to get rich because I want to live in a place like this. And there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. I mean, that's beautiful. That's paradise to me. That's my heaven on earth, and it's going to take money to get me to a place like that. That's my reason for getting rich. It's not about having just a big pile of money. So that's my paradise. A place like that or a place better, and my family doesn't understand it. But they don't need to understand it. I don't need them to understand, and I for sure don't need their permission. I believe that you should go after your dreams and your goals no matter what they are, and no matter what anyone else thinks about it. It's not their life, it's yours. And that's what I'm going to try to teach people at Jake Shirley Coaching. Go after your dreams. Forget about what everyone else thinks of it. It doesn't matter what they say. You look at what your heart and what you want. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Just go after your dreams and don't let anyone else stop you. They have their own self-imposed limits, and they want to push those on you. Some people they think their life is limited. They want to limit your life, but don't let them. The only limits are the ones you place on yourself.